high level of a pick if everyone was doing it.
Maybe not. Did look good yesterday though. Really domineering vision control with saplings, especially once you get the cooldown rolling. We saw that pretty big thing in the DRX game yesterday when they played up against RNG.
Yeah, obviously Def was incredible. Zeko was popping off as well, but I think Pyosik was kind of the unsung hero for that game. Did a really good job of locking down all the melee threats that are pretty prevalent in the meta. This time, not quite as easy. There's not a low-range member of DFM that Hilly is clearly going to be healing for the Kai'Sa or something like that. Instead, he's going to be working more as a diver, which is another thing that Maokai can do. Go in first with a team, get the root, get the big ultimate. You also have the Aatrox, Lee Sin, LeBlanc, even Kai'Sa can join in this like dive comp that they're kind of building. And they'll need to do that, actually blow up the MF or the Victor early on against DFM. Otherwise, DFM has an insane team fight AoE comp.
Yeah, should be
a lot of fun to watch. I mean, again, 現場にいる現場っていうかあれか。
But in the best way. Absolutely in the best way, and I think Maokai is the kind of champion that you don't necessarily expect the wildest of plays, but if we're gonna get wild Maokai support plays, we have found the correct player to demonstrate.
っていうか今つけたマジで本当に。
He's the man to exploit it, do some crazy stuff.
Certainly we'll have to see.
いやーマジ体崩壊するなこれ。でも仮眠はした。
It's a pretty, like we said, standard team comp for DFM here. You have Trundle as well as the Alistar to go in, either peel or start the engage off, and then between Victor, MF, and Kennen, just so much AoE damage in CC.
Yep, DFM gonna have to slow the game down. As you said, they got great team fight, but you have to get there for the mid game and beyond at a decent spot. Whereas I feel like, especially watching Humanoid and Razork pairing up, that and 1-2 actually potentially on the Aatrox. Like that top side is pretty terrifying from Fnatic if they can get things rolling early game.
And they were the best early game team in the playoffs for LEC, and so the idea of like, oh, well, we need to snowball is like that's our comfort zone actually. Yeah, they're very comfortable with that.
もう魔を返すいいポジション。そんなことないでしょ。トップ円は見たけど。そんな出た？ジャングルも出た。サポートも出た。ナイスです。多分今年4レーンは出ないから3レーン多分同時がいっぱい可能性はあるとしてなると俺これ正解のはずなんだよな。じゃあまあそうだね。セナが出てくるが最後の可能性だね。
Eyes on Fnatic for this early game. Razork can change up the path pretty rapidly depending on how things are going.
He was one of the key parts of Fnatic kind of finding their groove in that playoff run while it did not end as
いや、えぐいよ、体マジで。言っとくけど。
It was still an improvement from the regular season. And a lot of that was his early game, being able to get onto the map, start snowballing those lanes. They committed to this early game play style, a lot of Lucian picks and things like that for upset.
ねえ、さすがにまだ脳が寝てる。
The best player in that run, he was incredible to watch. So they have started ramping up, and I think there's a question of, you know, Fnatic really hit their ceiling this year yet? I don't think so. And so as a third seed from Europe, they could secretly be very, very good.
Oh yeah, definitely a threatening team. Upset certainly looking good early on in the tournament. We'll look to continue that form here. Also like that Razork is moving up towards the top side because he knows that Evie wants to get aggressive in the 1v1 if you can, at least in the early levels. You have to abuse your counter pick here when you can because we know
これはね、いろいろだね。
It's an absolute menace in the lane.
Yep, Kennen with the range advantage can get this kind of chunk down exactly like this. You get this poke off, and if Wunder is not able to land the Q1 tippers, then
やはりか。電撃持ったりする人もいるけど。
The Q2 especially, you know, you saw Evie charge forward there and get some chunk down onto him. Like you said, that's why it makes it a good lane for Lee Sin to try and find these ganks, get up there, make that happen. It's the flip side for DFM, trying to get the Trundle down to the bot lane, make sure this bot side does not go poorly, get some wards out, just leave the Kennen defend for him on the weak side. I think you identified it correctly in saying that this is a scaling game plan for DFM. The Trundle is just here to neutralize, and the fact that they spotted him out is
なんだイーさんは死んだね。完璧、ナイス。これラゾックボットされてくるのか。このラゾックさん本当にあれだね。詰め替えポーション嫌いだね。マジか、それ走ってくるの？ナイスボディブロック、素晴らしい。
would have been dangerous for Razor to go in there anyways.
Yeah.
構成の
Notoriously difficult to get the second Q off. You go flying in there before you connect. Pulverize comes down, knocks you up in the air. So we'll take another look at that. Looks like Hillsong just W'd on top, just walked on top of him. Q slowed, headbutt back.
Oh.
Ooh, nice kind of pull by Heart with the flash to get him forward. Then here, already was gonna die, just steal thrown to make sure that kill was guaranteed. But would have been a 2v2 kill even without the jungler there. So I know I was about to start memeing about the free Rux. You know, it's a big joke now that he had such a good first 2 games that people are gonna start the debate, the roster debate. But no, definitely Hillsong will find his footing. I have plenty of faith in him.
Oh, absolutely. You know, a small oopsie starting off a game. It's all good, but good news there for They Focus Me, who again are looking to improve from their day. As Evie continues to harass Wunder, looking pretty good. A wave up right now, but Wunder not really sweating it, you have to imagine.
I will say, for DFM though, this is an ideal start. You don't expect to randomly get a 2v2 kills. We see trying to defend the pink ward here.
Ill advised? Not too bad, but not going to be able to defend it for too much longer. Steel, though, making his way into this brush, trying to set up for a regank here.
Can get to the middle one without being spotted. We'll see if DFM knows that there's a ward there.
カウンターガンク狙いだろうけど
As DFM trying to escort this wave in, do not want to get ganked. Doesn't seem like they know where Razork is. He's actually up on the top side. Might show on a ward soon as he grabs that.
上側ちょっと気になるな。でもケレンよく CS を取れてるし、まあまあまあ HP も高いし。ナイスナイス。やっぱリコールしねえとレベルのダメージねえな。
Looking for the solo. Steel's here again. Humanoid gonna get away with it. But now Steel just wants to get aggressive, maybe trying to push the wave in here, but Yaharong does not have a lot of health. Razork getting the Q, trying to minions to
オッケーオッケーオッケー。いいね。いいじゃない。
Loving the way Humanoid's playing this though. When you have the LeBlanc Lee Sin combo, you need to play a little aggro. You cannot just sit there and
かなりボットレーン見てる状態で、まあトップ上側がちょっときつくなっちゃうな。しょうがない。おお、ソロキルした。
We'll probably get a look at that in a second, I hope.
Have to imagine so. If he just hit 6. Yeah, he's just got ulti now, so it wasn't that. I guess we'll find out. But back we go for Wunder. They're going to TP back to top lane.
Yeah, flash down for Evie, flash for Wunder as well. We'll hopefully get a replay of exactly what happened there. So not the ideal start. 500 gold down for Fnatic. The copium angle is you have some CS leads. Mid lane going very well for them. Up about 12 right now. We'll see what happens.
リプレイ何マジ
This wave. You have your bot lane advantage despite the kill going over to Yutpon to make the goal
あ、来た。
even. Here we go. Let's see this. Wunder trying to get
あ、無理やりウェーブクリアしに行ったんだ。やってることえぐいな。ワンダ
And I assume Evie still has his E. Yeah, there it is. Just charges forward through that flash for flash. Ooh, it was actually a little closer than I thought it was going to be, but just enough harass there. Wunder miscalculated a little bit. That's one of those ones where with 20 extra health, you might get back onto your turret and be safe, but gonna give that solo bolo over.
Yeah, everyone will take it, certainly. Gold in the right place there for DFM, who to your point still have a gold lead, but Uno continuing to build very impressive CS leads. It'll be very fun to watch his stats and kind of snapshot his CSD at 14 at the end of this play-in, because so far he's absolutely gapping people. Yohong no exception right now. Double chains land. Hilly's here, but the defense is good for DFM. Still going to be moved back. Hawk goes in.
いいダメージトレード。ヒューマノイド削れたのいいね。あ、まずくねそれ。あ、でも F ないか。
Oh, we're going again. They're just diving it. The Q lands. Yaharong in trouble. He's deflected so many ganks, but he cannot kick out Hillsong this time.
As things are going wrong on the side lanes, Humanoid is stepping up in mid, just drawing pressure to him over and over.
まあ、しゃあないんだよな。
Making DFM react to him. Humanoid putting the team on his back right now.
このマッチアップでマーキュリー所定で行くっていうのもどうなんだろうなって感じもするけど、無限にこれチェイン当てられる避けようがないしな。グブと馬両方ともバンこれ。
Obviously, that's a huge kill on them. Yaharong has been doing very well in Champions Cube. Number one rated player right now, and I think that made a lot of people excited as well for DFM, not just the history of this team, but also seeming to do well in some of the solo queue environments. But much like Scrim Bucks, champion Bucks are not worth as much as you'd think. A little bit of monopoly money there, and Humanoid showing he's got the class to put Yaharong on the back foot.
カリッサは
As you can see, it's Yutapon up top thanks to the early kill, but Humanoid right behind with the assist and the CS that he's picked up here. So Detonation Focus Me still
okay.
Look at this, a three-man roam.
ちゃんと全部バンね。
Be like, can you get the wave in? Are you okay? Is Humanoid gonna pop out of a brush somewhere? You can see how much pressure that Humanoid is forcing DFM to kind of react to and make sure that they are protecting him.
Oh, actually, hold that thought. Razok with a face check gets the Dragon's kick there onto Yutapon.
いやー、MF これ殺しきれんのでけえ。
A little bit of a greedy play there by Razork. You knew that they were in that area with DFM, going to be rotating back down bot lane. So I think Razork was just hoping that they would have fully gone down, but there was a ward that spotted Razork coming, and so instead they just camped that brush, find that kill.
Chain lands again, Humanoid. Ulti burnt there to connect that one. But just getting some harassed down as Yaharong's trying to stay afloat here. Good news though, with Razok being down the bottom side and dying, Steel had free time on the Herald, which he has now picked up.
Yep, so even though Humanoid
いくら体でかいんだよね、足を制し。もうどうしようもない。正直。当たるの。マーキュリーまで来るし。どっちかっていうと基本的に当たるマッチアップで、なんか W と Q 当たんなければ、W 当たんなければそんなにダメージもらわないんでね。もうあと全部もうガンクだけだから。ミッドレーンめちゃめちゃ味方が来てくれるんだったら、マーキュリー履かなくてもなんとかなる。
Yeah, we'll see if they can find this angle. There's not really much of a chance to really kill LeBlanc here, but they're going to go for it.
That is a very nice attempt, but Humanoid real quick distorts out of the way.
Yeah, not going to work out there.
Vimo TV ゴースティング。
Upcase, but even just to relieve pressure, buy space for Yaharong to continue farming. If you can just stop Humanoid from doing what he did for the first 5-6 minutes of the game, that is still kind of worth the effort because Yutapon is absolutely fine being on this weak side. There's not too much dive threat from the Maokai and Kaisa until you're underneath your turret and they have you pinned up against the wall, but as you can see, Harp has plenty of time to make it back down there.
Yep, and Yutapon has, despite the 2 kills, left lane a little bit. We saw that man group in the mid lane. They've made sure things have happened. His top side is still up here. Wunder in trouble. Flashes there.
素晴らしい。ただ、いや、うまいがうまいがだな、それ。いいね。でかい。いいシーン組んだって感じだったな、今の。
that Steel was there. I could be wrong, but otherwise it just seemed like he was way far ahead of the play. And then Razork, I saw the angle he did. You know, you kick the Trundle through the cannon, you get that kind of damage, you look like a god, you go flying under the turret. Didn't work. So yeah, here I just don't think he has any idea he's in this rush. He's just baiting a fight as Lee Sin was on the collapse, but gets popped before that one can happen. Here's Razork. There was an insane, director's cut highlight clip of his kick in mid lane yesterday. Tried to go for that one. Didn't work this time around. Then goes under the turret, but Kennen was
エイトロックスのところでフラッシュ使わなかったのが大きかったね。
Double thumbs up for a double kill, buddy.
The rare alternate emo for Evie, finding the 2. Feeling good now, a little bit of bounty gold is worth, but swimming in money now as he moves back towards the top side. And Detonation Focus Me, almost 1,000 gold in the lead, is still a pretty slim margin as far as the game is concerned, but things going in the right direction for the team that just wants to scale.
Yeah, able to get some turret plates onto the Victor as well, so he's not too far behind the LeBlanc anymore. The fact that we talk about this scaling advantage that they have, 1,000 gold up, slowing the pace of this game down, they've done an incredible job so far, and it's really nice to see this rebound out of DFM. They have been to every international tournament since Worlds 2018, except 2020 Worlds. They are LJL to the minds of most international viewers, and they had been able to make a lot of upsets happen over the years, and it was just disappointing to see yesterday, but they
捕まえたな。ただ、エイトロックスは来てる。がだな、これ。いやー、いいダメージ。ドラゴンも取れるね、これ。で、ちゃんとビクターにアシストも入ったし、
restraint, being like, I don't need to bullet time this. Just autos him down. The power of MF with those buffs coming in. Wonder doing what he can, making the rotation down from top to mid, grabs that turret. I wonder if they're going to stay in these swapped up lanes.
Ooh, Evie in trouble 1v1. Oh, it's Humanoid. That's why. Can't win this 1v1. Evie's out of there. Humanoid trying to chase it down. Doesn't have much left in the tank. The last Q's not enough, and Evie will get away.
Yeah, Evie getting out safely. A little surprised to see the swap of... Oh, hold on. Wonder made the move up.
It's not a swap. It's just a very extended roam, but Evie...
これは逃げれるね。ナイス。
Q's gonna land. He's fine, though. Evie sneaks out. Pops the penguin.
Someone's a big fan of Evie in the crowd. I heard that one. He was able to survive. Got Humanoid's flash out for that move as well. Not able to get the kill. The ult defensively stops the aggression from Humanoid. Wonder makes the roam, abandoning mid lane, giving more time for Yaharong to grab plates. Evie TPing back in. Ult almost back up for Humanoid, but not going to stick around for it. They have topside control of the map. During that time, it looks like DFM is working down on the Dragon, but Wonder will take away the red buff instead.
Yeah, there's been a lot of action in this game, and the reason I know that, Mark, is because that Ocean Dragon is the first one that might be taken in this game. We're actually just past 14 minutes.
I mean, with these solo lane matchups, you can understand the focus being a little bit more on the top side of the map, but for DFM here, the slow dragon stacking is absolutely fine. The fact that you don't have to worry about Fnatic running away with dragons on the bot side of the map or anything like that means that there's no onus to push the pace of the game. If you ever find yourself in a dragon situation that doesn't look good for you,
いや、今のは別にそんなになんもないから、まあ大丈夫。
First turret gold here. The Rift Herald was used down there as we saw just before this last sequence of play. Yudopon still working on the turret. Should be able to get it here and collect the bonus money. Did get a good amount of the plates off.
なんでローテえぐいな、マジで。
So gold moving in the right direction still for detonation. Focus me as Evie is contending in the 2v1.
たださすがにウルトあるし、多分耐えれそうだけど。え、それラゾ殺せない？あー、それはどうだ？あー。いや、ちょっとどっちつかずだったな、今の。なんか、中途半端だったな。まあまあまあまあまあ、言うてそんなにマイナスでもない。カルも完成したし、コアできたし。ウルト切っちゃったからちょっとそこだけ気になるけど。ヘラルドフリーであれば別に問題ないかな。mid or behind when you have this much damage in the rest of your comp. Sometimes Kennen needs to be a damage threat. In this situation, if you're just ulting the short range members of Fnatic when they go flying in, you'll be doing your job just fine. Might have a held fight here as well. まあ下がるだけだったら絶対下がれたね。
To defend it, Humanoid level 11 gets kicked up by Hop. Ulti out of Gilly trying to make a setup here. The chain is good. The long con there on the engage.
すごいな。
Hop still not gonna pop the ulti. Humanoid maybe gonna make him pay. Pops at last minute.
すごいな。しっかり削りに来るね。ただまあサイドレーン押し込むでいいかな。これはヘラルドギブで。
DFM was very comfortable giving that dragon, or excuse me, Rift Herald away. This is kind of what we're talking about, where when you've able to have such a good early game when you're supposed to be on the back foot that you have a lead, you can be very choosy with your fights. If you're down 2k gold, 3k gold, and the enemy team's getting a Rift Herald, it's like, oh, if we give that one up, then it's going to be a 4k gold lead, 5k gold lead. Here, you're just like, ah, well, we're not group for it, whatever. We can give that one over, and Fnatic still have enough turrets that they'll have an easy time dropping this probably in bot or mid lane.
ミッドにヘラルド出さない、マジ。さすがに出すよね。
Start sacking things mode and just full on scale, but I don't actually want them to do that. They've done such a good job so far answering Fnatic's aggression move for move, either that be, you know, moving your pressure around the map or actually just killing them and catching them in rotation. I hope they keep doing that and don't just start giving up these objectives just because there's no pressure from them.
Yeah, you don't want to see damage control without the control.
I want the damage control with damage.
There we go.
That's the way.
Perfect. Evie, good damage there on the Humanoid. Speaking of, but still a very big threat. The trend, by the way, has been when Humanoid goes to the lane, the CS gap grows massively, which Yaharong thankfully is caught up a little bit, actually caught up fully.
カイサかなり CS 取れてる、マジで。
Had to bear that pain. Humanoid is very powerful still. Also, even though Yudopon did get those early kills, Upset actually doing really well. Had a pretty consistent CS lead throughout the lane. I think mostly because Yudopon was roaming with his team a little bit.
ヤハロンのコア優先した方がいいと思うけどな、これ。
We haven't really talked about Upset very much yet, but yesterday he was an absolute monster, and we saw even in the, as we see, Yaharong in a bit of trouble here. Very slow moving Maokai ultimate, not able to actually lock it now, but does buy space for Wunder to work down this turret. We'll see if DFM want to start this fight. Steel's moving down from River.
Oh, such good poke there onto Harp. Again,
あ、
just anytime you can maybe bait in the alley ulti out early, doesn't cost you very much as LeBron.
カイサだね。
Away as Fnatic were trying to see the turret. Haven't got it yet, but still staying active.
Yeah, but it is forcing DFM to take the long way around in their own jungle, which allows Upset, who had the push on mid, to probably grab this one.
Kick. Still in trouble. Ulti's away. Still gonna die. Pretty tanky. Not enough as the shutdown comes.
でもこれは回収した。回収した。
Around the other side. Kai'Sa gets obliterated. Upset just
エラルド出せてないからミッドレーン折れないぞこれ。
Nation focus me. Find the counter kill.
バースバースバース。
One for one, though. A little
両方とも賞金ついてたでしょ。
steal bought time for Evie to find that angle. Evie's not done. He's hungry.
Wants this kill. I can't blame him. Every fan in the crowd still popping off, but every just gonna find the
若
comment.
干 FM マクロが怪しいけど、まあまあまあ。
Out of range for the make it rain slow and Killy's gonna be fine.
Yeah, not actually able to find that counter kill. Was a little dicey for Fnatic with how
フナティック側がうまいな、でもこれ。
mean that the turret actually stayed up, so Steel giving his life
う
to
ん、フナティックマジローテ早い。
kill Upset back. I was just about to start singing Upset's praises. I don't know if I got far enough.
エビ、いい上がんないな、これ。
I don't think so. I think you're clean. There's Wunda.
いいフラッシュ。ナイ
Evie
ス
gonna。get out of there. Has to flash out to
今ん
save
とこ
that.
大丈夫。大丈夫って感じ、マジ
I
で
wonder。if it's as loud for the stream as it is for us in our ears. Maybe we just
オブジェクトをね、触れないようなレーニングをしてるって、レーニングっていうか、なんか、ローテをしてるのが気になる。
Steel here to meet it alongside Udapon.
トップレーンはしゃあないね。もう一生トップレーンに敵いたし。
And this Rift Herald's not gonna make it by the looks of things. Oh, nope.
No, not the case. They dropped that one as they kind of set up for this Cloud Dragon. So I was wondering is if DFM were going to contest it. Looks like they're considering. Yaharong does have TP to join in, as does Wonder, and they're walking up behind Steel here.
Every no ult, but it's gonna be off probably by the time the fight is here. They've got all the tools. The TP's in from both. And there's the ulti out of healer. Stung
リーが取った。
going in. Razork gets the dragon.
リ
Full time out.
リーロー、リーロ
Quite get enough damage done. Channel time not complete as the kick, I believe, was the reason. Razork
レブランの位置がキモいね。
Detonation focus me. Want to find the fight after the objective, but
No turret, long chase down sequence available for DFM if they want it. Evie has his ult and Hex.
だ F ないんだよな。
yeah, should be ready to go here. No flash, so can't clear that wall. Just trying to slow them down. Steel maybe looking for the pillar. Finds out the humanoid, but that's not an easy
う
target to
ん、
pick.
まあしゃあないね。ここまでだね。
NFM just gonna give it up there. So Fnatic getting away with that Drake.
Yeah, they're able to get away with it, get their dragon stacking going a little bit here. I can see their strain from Evie with no.
Oh,
Hold on,
oh, oh, oh.
finding this angle.
Ooh, okay, on
There's a-
Thunder is the
E-
intended target there, but it's a 2v4
Eh.
kind of upset. Gonna find the way over expressway from the Kai'Sa ulti.
ヤハロンが死ぬこれ。
Super Fnatic. Heavy goes down. Yaharong now the target does have flash, should be fine, but Razork
これずれたね、なん
here
か。
hops over the wall. The turret's low as well, but still gonna try and interrupt it. And now Lee Sin is gonna go ahead and meet the enemy jungler. Steel, they're gonna get some damage down. The pillar is nice.
いいね、これは回収した。ナイスナイスナイス。オッケーオッケーオッケ
Yaharong gonna be the one
ー。
to get the kill.
いいでしょ。まあ大丈夫、まあ大丈夫。
Does find a kill back. They got split when they were trying to cut off the rotation by Fnatic. Not nearly enough damage to finish off Wonder, who I don't know if he had the.
MF がダメージ出さないと、エイトロックス、これ多分もうちょいドラゴンピットサイドの方になんか投げそうだったけど。
We shouldn't be here trying to kite back, but just two split. You can see Udapon and Steel having no way to get involved in this fight as well. The fact that Udapon having no ultimate meant that probably not the best idea to look for that fight. But the one saving grace is with that turret still up, there's no way for Razork to actually continue chasing, and Steel caught him out there, getting a little greedy.
Yeah, already used the W to get in that position to try and line up the dive. So Steel able to shut that down. Razork scratching his head, maybe thinks, yep, shouldn't have been there, but still 2 for 1. Fnatic will take it. They're up in gold by 600, which isn't too bad. I don't think the lead they wanted.
わからん、俺も。
They had, and it's not like
MF このパターンになるとそんな強くないんだよな。
obviously they can still play, but had
Oh,
plenty of
look at that.
aggressive players. Not all of them were able to work out. So Fnatic will find themselves in, a slim lead. They'll take it, but it's
いいね、今
not as good as
回
it could have been. Like,
トップレーンのタワー取って、
Was that you kind of have Kai'Sa as a bit of a late game threat.
あ
And on track, you can see up highest farm in the game right now, done extremely well despite some of the mistakes of Hillsong in the laning phase. He was never actually losing farm for it. And yesterday in the EG game, it was very quickly turned around, but the first 5-10 minutes of that game against Caitlyn Lux, obviously you're going to be down CS, and I think Upset has shown that absolutely fine playing out games like this where, all right, pressure's on me, I need to carry, I'm not insanely ahead of the
みんな
pace
通
of
過は
the game,
若干
I'm wrong.
遅いぞ。
Two items, there are a number of other people on 2 items, Yaharong himself, Udapon also at 2 items, a lot of those kind of coming through, so Upset will not be in a extremely advantageous position, but we've seen Kaisa comps when there are a lot of other threats that people have to deal with. Those are actually some of the best that she's in because there's so
サイドレーンフリーでファームできてるのがかなりできないな相手。まあでも、これスティールのファームっていうか、まあビルド進んでいけば、リーシーンより確実に集団戦で仕事できるから。いや、ヤハロンこれダメージ出さないといけないでしょ。特に、エイトロックスが入ってくる状況になっちゃうとマジでやばい、これ。FM。MF エイトロックス無理だからな。
We'll see if he's going to finish Banshee's Veil next, potentially, with the double AP Soul Laners from the side of DFM. You can see them prioritizing some MR.
あ、すんご。ビジョンがな。
This is actually part of the most dangerous part of the game for Fnatic. We talked about lane phase, but also when the turrets start dropping, the map mobility that they have, LeBlanc, Lee Sin, able to hop a lot of walls and find these pickoffs.
全然ビジョンが消しきれてない。ねえ、ビジョンチェックしよう。いや、焦ってるね、これ。うわー、このダイブ光栄。
Should be able to finish off Steel here, and with that misstep by DFM in the top side of the map, potentially going to hand over this ace, still trying to chase him down. Still pretty bulky, but not bulky enough. There's the ace that Wonder was looking for. Prime position for Fnatic to find that ace as well. Transitions perfectly to an easy Baron setup. Harp is the first one alive. Yaharong spawning now, does have teleport available, but with no ultimate, no way to stop this Baron. A dicey early game for Fnatic, finally going their way.
焦ったね。まあ、ミッドに見えてて、まあ、バーストで落とせるかなっていう想定で多分殴ったんだろうけど、無理だろ、これ。Almost in the middle of this team fight, and so while Udapon does have a nice ultimate, the fact that they didn't just blow everything on killing Wunder right at the very beginning means that they don't have anyone dead at the start. That gives time for the rest of Fnatic to collapse. Razor comes in from the side. You can see the face palm by the coaching staff at DFM, knowing that was a big blunder.
Oh my goodness, Humanoid.
That was a bit of damage.
That damage is not okay. Teamfight damage also, by the way, that's what happens when you don't kill the Aatrox.
Yep. That was who they tried to dive under the turret. Ends up carrying the team fight. Wonder bouncing back after again. Bit of an oopsie of a lane phase, but this is what makes Fnatic so scary, is they're relentless in their aggression.
And you know what? I wouldn't have minded the Banshees, but a death cap a little bit more in line with how Humanoids go in this game. 10 stacks on the seal as well.
Yeah, he ended up selling that one out. He's like, I don't need this cow. Get this away from me.
いや、このゲームはね、本当にね、フナティックのローテーションに対応できなかったね。
Void staff coming in for Yaharong saying, all right, they're going to be stacking some MR. I'm going to need to punch through that. But with the fact that they're now 7,000 gold up, Fnatic are far enough ahead of this game that I don't think you're really worried about any scaling advantage from DFM coming in. Humanoid has the ability to absolutely obliterate anybody in the same screen of him. Yep. And so for DFM, the Baron power play has another minute on it. You can expect probably this top outer turret to get down. Fnatic working up there. Upset pushing that wave. The rest of the team moving in to get vision control. After this, the game is not over. DFM will have a couple more minutes to scale, but you are
まだギリある。集団戦強いから。
Gonna have to just contain with the lead that Fnatic have. This game exploded as far as gold advantage goes.
Which is dangerous.
Fnatic might even look for a little dive here. Yaharong doesn't want to be in the wrong spot. Transitioning over to the top side of the map, but Wunder's gonna keep him pinned here. The inhibitor tower in mid, and Hillsong gonna let the ulti go. Here's the nice slow steady.
MF が切られるとマジでまずい。
あー MF 以外のディールゼロだからな。終わった。
I said that this was probably not the end of the game for DFM, but I did not expect them to risk it all for a top inner turret. Fnatic seeing them standing there, fish in a barrel, get the flank, get the kickback by Razork to start that one off, and with that, they might have the game.
One tiny little Bud Light ace leading to the game here for Fnatic. It was close for a long time, but Fnatic just gonna completely take over when it matters. One Baron seems like all they'll need. Razork absolutely makes the right decision this time. Diving in with the Q, and Yaron does get two. Just one, it was a clone.
耐えたな、耐えた耐えた。
Yaron got at least one shut down. We'll keep him in the game for a little while longer. No flash, I can't really... Hilly, hello?
Hilly, I think, has given his body up, not wanting an extended chase sequence. With the speed up,
I respect it.
With the Victor Q speeds up, you're worried about maybe him finding more than just one kill. So Hilly being the team player, Upset was outie, dude. He was already bot lane pushing again after they could not end the game. This is such a good call by Fnatic. There's no way that you should allow DFM to stand in this position. You have so much control over the map. You can easily get behind them, extended in this range, pin them up against the wall, obliterate Yutapon, and Yaharong is a little late with that teleport. I mean, it's just gonna happen so explosively. I don't really blame him, but just not able to drop damage there while the rest of his team was alive. They do defend their base just barely, but it's only one Nexus turret still alive. Top inhibitor gone.
いや、この試合を見てて思ったのは、
Fnatic are looking good.
スティールに、おうま。アンブラルグレイブのチャンピオンを使わせるのがいいかなっていう感じ。
Bit greedy for farm there. The rest of the team was not really in a position to allow him to be up that far. You can see Razork and Hilly still on their side of the map while Wunder was pushed out in the bot lane. Bit of a mistake there, but still absolutely fine for Fnatic.
誰がいいんだろうな、今、グレイブス以外。
Did end up getting it. Took a little death cap detour, which is a nice one there.
I'm sure after the ace in the top lane, he's sitting on like 2,500 gold, and he had a Negatron cloak already, and he's like, do I want to just finish my death cap? Or not Negatron cloak, excuse me,
no Magic Man.
Yeah, and the needlessly large rod. You're like weighing which of those completed items will make me feel better. I think everyone's selecting death cap.
まあ DC でとりあえず積むだけ積んで、まあ防具いってもいいと思うんだよな。なんか積めるチャンピオン使った方が良さそう。まあでもこれレブランのピック順にもよるな。ミッドレーンがこれ圧倒的な存在感を出すような形を取られると、あっぶな。ミッドレーンがレブランみたいなのがいて、なんかうかつに見えてない時に視界取りに行けないみたいになっちゃうと、
when the enemy team has a 7-0 for LeBlanc, you better get yourself some damn MR.
Certainly so, and Steel once again is going to be put under the ire of Humanoid's LeBlanc. Heavy going to try and maybe make one last stand. No flash, but ulti and Proto Belt up. The Fnatic not going to make the mistake this time. We'll just slowly, steadily take this dragon. Looks like Upset's going to go ahead and solo that. Detonation Focus me are preoccupied with the minions anyway, so Fnatic no need to rush things. They are so far ahead right now.
Yeah, it's just the unfortunate position for Fnatic with the attempt to end the game around that top side not working.
でもこれまあ正直ミッドレーンがちょっとチェイン食らいすぎたかな、割と。まあもう避けるしかないんだけど、これもう本当に食らうものではあるんだけど、避けて勝たないと正直ボットサイドの勝ちを広げらんない。普通当たるもんなんだけど、それを避けないといけない。MF のウルトずれたな。W で死んだか。終わった。
Hop's going to be slain by the rest as Upset finds a double make it. 3 is Steel's dead and Yutapon once again going to be lined up for the ace. It could be a quadra, it can't be a penta, but Upset's going to take it as Wunder finds the ace again.
Humanoid already on the Nexus turrets. He's had enough of this game. 7-0-6. Definitely had an incredible performance for himself. Pressure throughout the entire game. He is looking terrifying in Worlds so far. Absolutely crushing everyone he has been laned up against.
Humanoid indeed. On form early
for Fnatic here in play-ins. 3-0 now.
まあこの試合はまあなんかフナティックうまいなっていう試合だったね。けどまあ
DFM sitting at 0-2, but looking much better today this time around. A lot of it was, I think, Fnatic mistakes just being a little maybe sloppy.
まあ昨日よりマシだね。ただまあそれはそう。
comfortable with all the matchups with Malphite support, maybe quite yet. But either way, you know, DFM was able to punish when Fnatic made those mistakes, and we'll see if they can continue to scale up throughout the group stage, whereas Fnatic is already on point.